To become a werewolf, it is essential to be bitten by an oldest she-wolf at the time of the full moon. When the she-wolf's saliva mingles with the victim's blood, contamination will occur. She paused a little, then continued. The transmutation of a werewolf is severely painful and is normally followed by a few days of paleness and ill health. You're the last one, others didn't make it. Amelia looked down self-consciously and clasped her arms behind her neck. Can it be reversed? She spoke with concern. No, said Professor Bella. It can only be controlled. What do I do now? Said Amelia. Return home to your daughter, said Professor, and don't forget to think of her connection, bounding love and good memories before any attempt to transform. That's the only way to tame your rage and influence your habit. All right, Professor Bella, said Amelia. A little pause, then a whisper. Thank you. She left the old woman with a sense of relief and did not return to her the whole evening. Now, the night was dark and damp. Patricia was slightly furious that her mom spent the night somewhere else. She started a conversation. Mom, you took so long. I've been indoors throughout last night, and it's sickening. Sorry, honey, I'm home now. When are we leaving for Brookhaven, Mom? Patricia asked furiously. Listen, Patricia, I strongly believe we'll find Olivia. I can't let her rot, said Amelia. What if she's dead? Said Patricia. She let the conversation drop. She couldn't stand her daughter. She left the room in a frightful mess. She could be dead, you know. Patricia just won't rest. The thick air was shivering on her bare arm and she trembled forthright, annoyed at herself. Immediately, Amelia thought of using the bedroom mirror. She suddenly flashed light on her eyes. It was dark as hell. She sighed, pressed her clasped hands on her knees, and then controlled herself. She glanced at her watch. It said 23:06. She checked the house doors, but they were locked. She checked on Patricia. She was already sleeping on a makeshift cot in the back room along the hallway. Amelia was exhausted but seemed unlikely to sleep. Finally, she went to bed, having set the alarm for 6. Few hours later, in the middle of the dark, there was a loud bang on the door. Immediately, she was alert. She flashed her clock. It was 3 o'clock. She thought to wait a little. There was silence for a second, then a louder bang capable of pulling out the door. Mutants, she sighed. Breaking news, the government has imposed a week-long curfew. If you see a mutant, don't hesitate, call 911. Again, she tuned into NBC, breaking news. There's a report reaching us now that the mutants are all over the streets. Citizens are called to remain indoors and allow the police officers to do their job to bring normalcy. She looked slightly uncomfortable. She turned her face away from the TV set. Her face was still pale. She stepped towards the entrance and opened the door. She got out and shut the door back. She sighed and kept walking. Straight away, a police car with its flashing lights came rolling up. She didn't know what to think when the police car rolled up with its lights blazing. She was seen heedless. Stop. Don't attempt to move or we'll waste you. At once, she thought of running but realized the implication of being shot at. Her heart began to beat heavily. No, 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 she stood wailing. Right away, her voice began to switch. Her eyes raged like fire and brimstone. Then the police kicked. On your knees. Your hands above your head. Amelia no longer gives a damn. She moved back and forth. Bang. She got shot at by the leg. She screamed. She counted to 3. Instantly, a strange energy ran within her. She could breathe it as much as she could feel it. Bang. Another shot from Jerome, the oldest officer among the policemen. Good for you, mutant, Jerome roistered. This shot hit straight on her shoulder and caused her to be mad and aggressive. Jerome felt she was weak and could fall any minute. So, he took a few steps closer to her and tried to touch her cheek. Let's see who we have here. You look like a nice safe girl, not some wacko. He got more excited. In a flash, she pounded her fist on his head, and to everyone's amazement, the head fell and rolled towards Lucas, the youngest officer among the team. What the hell? Back out, back out, Lucas yelled to the next 2 officers. Immediately, they reversed their vehicle and ran off. She ain't even human, said Lucas. And I doubt she's a mutant, said Benjamin, a detective. Then what the hell is she? Said Anthony, the head of the detective. I don't know, maybe a werewolf, said Lucas. How are we even sure what it is and how many damn things are we freaking hunting down? Said Anthony, and how do we explain this to the police chief? They rode past the scene panicking like crazy guys. Quickly, Amelia returned back to the house. She sighed and wandered absently into Patricia's bedroom. She noticed a crack in the ceiling. Oh my God, Patricia. Amelia shivers as she wanders in her daughter's room, gazing at the opening in the ceiling. Patricia left no trace. Panic looms as she yells out Patricia's name continuously, her voice cracking with awe. Patricia, honey, come on up here. Amelia's legs darted all around Patricia's bedroom, hoping to find her. The fracture in the ceiling seems to be getting worse. A dread omen of lingering danger. Seconds passed. The reality of the setting sank deeply. The mutants are all over the place, the cops were after her, and now Patricia is nowhere to be found. This is too much for her. She had to bring her daughter back safely, no matter what it takes. Amelia dashed out of the room, her feeling as a mother overshadows her. She understood very well that she doesn't depend on anyone to protect her daughter. As she walked outside, the eerie tranquility of the bell hung heavily in the air. The street was calm and deserted. Fear and thoughts flickered through her.